Welcome back to the Sound for More channel. Today I have the pleasure to introduce you to Reamp from Klevgrand. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. Additionally, courtesy of Klevgrand from Stockholm, which designed and developed Reamp, we have a number of codes, and therefore if you would like to participate to the giveaway, do follow the instruction contained in the video description. Thank you again. So what is Reamp? It's a gear model saturation plugin. As you can see, we are inside AUM, so AUV3 compliant, but of course is available also for Mac and Windows, and therefore you can find it in audio unit, VST, AAX versions as well for your preferred desktop, of course. So we are inside again AUM. As you can see, I have loaded Reamp as an insert effect, and up here as an audio source I have Neo Editor, and here I just have a sample of an electric guitar which I was playing some exercises, so nothing really special, but good enough to give you a sense to actually what Reamp can do and what it sounds like. It's actually really good in terms of efficiency and CPU usage, so it's really good. As you can see, 3 or 4% up here, but you have to consider that you have Neo Editor as well running. So, and it has very, very low latency, which is great. It simulates real analog gear, and you have different models here, which we'll go through in a moment. It has actually a good response in terms of gain responses. It's from minus infinite decibel to 6 decibel, and from a frequency spectrum from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So that's quite good. Due to the way that internal filters work inside the plugin, it's not going to give you 100% linear frequency response when altering the mix knob and bypass switch. So remember, they're here, the on and off and the mix as well. Okay, so in terms of interface, it's pretty straightforward. You have an input gain here between minus 24 to plus 24 decibel. So if you want to control your input level, then, of course, you have your output, again, in terms of volume, so plus and minus 24 decibel. You have your mix, effectively your dry and wet process. Okay, and then, of course, you have the on and off. As I was mentioning a moment ago, it's a soft bypass, so even when it's off, you still the signal will still go through a set of internal filters. So if you want to achieve a true bypass, you have to disable Reamp directly from the host. You have a section here for a drive. Okay, this is where you add saturation really to 4 different frequency band, and you have your bass, low, mid, high, mid, and treble. And then you have your post section here, which you set your output volume again for the same 4 different frequency bands. So here you go from the drive for saturation from 0 to plus 24 decibel, and on the output volume for the same frequency band is plus or minus 24 decibels. Up here you have different models that you can choose. You can go from a cassette deck, which is more of a mid-80s type of profile, a bit of grit in the lower mids. You go to quarter-inch tape reel. This is more a mid-70s type profile. There you have preamp, tube, clean, and drive as well, which capture with 2 different input gain levels. Of course, clean version with normal gain and a boosted level really for the drive version. And then you have a guitar, tube, clean, and drive as well for professional, of course, guitar players. And finally, you also have a tube bass amp, which has been based on an old bass amplifier, which is really good if you have a bass just running through this particular model there. Now, if you find that your sound might be too rich on the bass or too noisy, you can adjust how harmonics are controlled. You can go from all harmonics, some, and few, so that it's useful. And then, of course, if you want to avoid or prevent aliasing, you can set to oversampling the signal. Okay, but of course, it will be more intensive in terms of CPU usage. Finally, here you have access to presets. You can save as for a new preset. You have different categories here, including user presets, and then for each category you have different presets. Okay, and as you choose a preset, of course, you change the model that is being played. So let me show you what it sounds like, and with some of those I will change them as we go through what I recorded. Is just a set of exercises which I was playing with an electric guitar, but good enough to give you an indication of really what each model can do applied just to a normal electric guitar without any effects. Okay. Okay, so pay attention to the meter here. I ideally wanted to keep it on the green level and only on transients to go to yellow, trying to avoid the red one. So hopefully you got a little bit of a taste of what it sounds, altering, of course, saturation for different band frequency, and of course then adjusting the corresponding output volume. It is actually quite nice, particularly when you have saturation added on. So, and of course, different models change the character, change the response, change the body as well, and they're all analog simulation. As you can see, you also have some preset which are related to vocals, and indeed we could for example, remove neon here and bring in, why not, pipa as well, like so, connect it to a keyboard. Another great product from Klevgrand. And let's try some vocal. And of course you have also your fire. Okay, so that is how it sounds with, of course, some vocal, in this case, using pipa. I think it's really good when it comes actually to using it with electric guitar and also a bass sound. It gives you that nice crispy character, but I really like it and how it responds on guitar tube drive. Not too much distortion, not too much overdrive, just enough saturation. Then you can adjust it based on the different frequency as you prefer. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I hope you enjoyed the overview of Reamp. Check it out. And as always, see you next time. Bye.